What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the DaWeebs Podcast. We are on episode 30?
Never checked.
Bro, we've been waiting for
Give
who
me a
knows how
second.
long, and we still
Give me
don't
a
even know.
second.
I think we're
Give
on
me a
30.
second.
Might be on 31.
Give me a second, man. Yes. This is,
Well, guys, looks
we're
like
on
you guys are going to
episode
talk an
30.
episode without me because I'm going to bed.
Oh, shit.
The absolute depression on Isaac's face.
Yeah, so episode 30. We would have had something to talk about if Kevin had gone on his run, but a little birdie told me that he had overslept, so there goes that.
That was the plan. But then again, the real reason I did it because I didn't want to do it yesterday. No, do I do it right now?
I got some food and I can't open it, so.
I watched Spider-Man 2 recently.
Actually?
It was good. No, that's Spider-Man 3.
Where'd I put my knife?
Huh? He's got black on his shirt. He's also got the black clover in there.
He's black?
Yes, sir. I hope I don't cut myself. Alright, we're good. I am very prone to cutting myself. It's happened before. You guys heard the tale.
I'm very prone to coming on myself.
Pardon?
The complete opposite of what Shitty does.
How many did I order?
Usually happens when I think about it. People who build.
I also cut up to the manga of One Punch Man.
What are you? Fucking weed?
Yes,
No,
sir.
I don't watch anime. I just read manga.
What are you? Weed?
Go ahead. No, that's the same thing. Try again.
What are you?
Come on, you got this.
Weed?
No, same thing again.
Fuck.
Try
Hold
again.
on. Let me check my book.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time, buddy.
This
I'm
one says...
here to support you.
Well, I gotta spell this one out. It says W.
You see this little character?
What?
This little character? This little egg
Little
character.
You hate you so
This guy
much.
kind of gassy. This guy got plenty of glasses.
Oh, so characters got glasses. I like that. Also, Chudy, you've done something of importance today.
I have. I built a keyboard. Well, I'm hiding it right now. But, yeah.
You want to show it?
It's right down there. Ignore the food.
Oh, food.
Yeah, it's right there. I built that. I would do a sound test, but I'm about to eat, and I'm starving because I haven't eaten anything, and it's 12:21 in the morning, so, you know. It's becoming a mukbang at this point.
Nikocado. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. I love eating with my friends. I love eating. Cheers, man. Nom nom. So good.
Oh shit, I should have grabbed the cup. Oh, whatever. It's too late
You
now.
ever just realize your balls are heavy? It means we
No.
sweaty. Is this vomit on your sweater already?
No, because I empty my balls like once a week.
What the fuck? You storing up like in a jar or something?
Just crank one out, dude.
Alright, give me a sec.
Buffalo did me a favor, bro. I ordered. So these boxes are 5 boneless per, right? They're 6. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I've been out of the call and off of Discord for a couple of days. What have I missed between the three of you?
Why is there so much sauce on
Nothing,
this one?
because
But
we
this,
weren't talking.
this one is okay.
Why not?
So one of the boxes is dry.
I don't know.
The other
You
box.
fuckers sitting
not
in a
dry.
Discord call for like hours. Hours on
Trudy
end.
is just stay completely ignoring you.
Huh?
It's in its own world.
Bro, I'm fucking like.
He's eating
Why is it
chicken
different?
like
He's so excited to show off his food. He's just completely ignoring George.
No,
I leave
they're different.
I leave internet for a couple days so that I can, maybe some content will inspire
What a
you
normie.
guys for whenever we do the podcast. But no, I come back to talking about this fucking dry and wet chicken.
I don't know why they're
He-
different. I thought they'd
He
combine into
ordered
the same
Mr.
thing.
Beast food.
I did. I ordered Mr. Beast burger.
Oh, you fucking loser!
I gotta support the millionaires, you know?
Bullshit. Down with millionaire. Motherfucker.
It was okay.
Eat the rich. Eat the rich. Consume them all.
What are you, fucking libertarian? Huh? You fucking loser. You worry about politics, about eating the rich and how rich people are because they decided to work hard for their money? Huh? What are you, some fucking loser who can't handle being broke? So you decide to say eat the rich? Pretend like you know politics and shit? Yeah.
Politics? Never heard of it.
I love politics, dude. It gives me a headache every single time I talk about it. It just gives me severe depression every time someone brings it up. It's so cool. I love politics, dude.
I love making fun of people with dumb opinions in politics.
I love making fun of people who like to talk about politics.
Yeah, what a bunch of fucking losers, am I right?
What nerds, dude? Wait, you got nothing better to talk about? Fucking nerds, fucking losers.
Hey, Twitter, what are you, fucking a loser? Worried about politics and shit? Fucking loser, am I right? No, this guy muted. Are you worried about politics?
He cares so much about politics. He's venting off cam.
He's fuming, dude. You're going.
Man's opening Twitter and shit. He's just. Oh, he's
opening Twitter to complain about it.
Hey, Twitter. Complain about me, please. It's not like I'm using you guys for fucking popularity. Like everyone else who gets cancelled.
Georgie. Yeah, I think I need to refrain from buying any more manga because the top shelf where I keep all my manga is completely filled.
Just buy a new shelf.
No.
More space.
No.
I think I need to refrain from bullying politics.
I need to refrain from spending money. I had 1,000 like last week. Now I'm down to 650. I'm down to 600.
I mean, as long as you attend school, have good grades, they're not going to charge you for it.
Oh no, that was a law thing. No. So it wasn't a financial aid thing. It was a law thing. So like they implemented it like March 2021 is like all students that are going to college get $850.
Yes, I was told this a few days ago.
Yeah.
What about you, Isaac?
Hmm.
You get your money?
But that's if you do well, right?
Yeah.
What?
Something like that.
You just haven't checked?
C over, I think it was.
Haven't checked, I guess.
you just haven't.
I haven't checked.
I just got spammed by so many emails. Eventually, like
Why would
I told
check,
you,
man?
I told you it was like
Man's-
initially the
Man's
100.
saving up money for a fucking PC and shit. He probably already has the money for it.
I already have like almost $2,000 just saved up for my entire life.
That's so much money. What time to go
Because
to
I
bed?
never spent it up until now.
Isaac, richest person. He kept saying, "Eat the rich." The hell?
I just never spent anything until I went to go hang out with you guys.
Where are you? Fucking lord.
I
Big
love
balls,
you,
huh?
Georgie.
I just have very good willpower. I'm just like, if I just see something over $20 that I want, I'm just like, no, not gonna buy that. My max limit used to be like $20 spend, give or take, and then just like if it goes over that limit, I'm not spending money on it.
I used
There
to
have
be
been
like
tons
that.
of games that I could just buy, obviously, but I'm just like, no, I don't want to.
I've been like that until, well, no, I was never like that. I was always, oh, it's over $20. I shouldn't. Ah, fuck it, I'll do it. That was my thing.
The one game I spent over $20 on, I think was Shovel Knight, but that was on sale and it was like $25.
I was
Bruh.
given.
Best purchase of my life.
I feel most consider.
As a
Shovel Knight's
kid,
really fun, man.
Well, there.
Feels
as a kid,
hours.
I was given $5 as a kid and told, yeah, here you go.
Oh, yeah, I have like
Or
$3,000 in life insurance that I can use whenever, technically. So.
Nice.
You know what? Eat the rich. Fuck you guys. You rich motherfuckers. You know what? Politics, I'm gonna join your side. Even though it might be dumb as hell, I'm gonna join your side.
I mean,
These
I'm never gonna dip into that 3,000. Like myself personally, my mom, I had 4,000, but my mom needed $1,000 for a car, so I was just like, okay, whatever. So.
It should need $1,000 to get my dick.
No, I'm good, dude.
No, please.
You ain't family, bro.
Wow, that was immediate refusal. Holy shit.
Shooty's
It
a
was-
dick enlargement, man. You gotta
George
help.
didn't even finish that sentence. She was already like, no. Stop right there. I hear what you're saying, but no.
I hear what you're saying, but
You ain't
I just
family,
can't.
fam. Fuck out of here.
I mean,
Like,
Shitty,
change my
I'm
region to
Asian,
fucking
you're
Brazil.
Asian, you know, I
Shitty.
can, you know.
Shooty, what if I give you a ring?
How are you gonna afford that ring?
And let me borrow a small loan of $3,000.
Hey, Judy, I'm Asian, you're Asian. How about I get $1,000, man?
Say less, brother, man.
What the fuck?
So,
Dude, watch me take fucking DNA test and be like, yes, I'm 1% Asian. Give me money.
no, man, you gotta be full. You gotta be all in. Not all.
If it ain't 100%,
If
it
it
ain't
ain't
an A.
100%,
If it's not
then
an A,
you've already
then you're
failed.
out.
If it's not 100%, you've already failed.
If it's on a day,
no.
if it's on A, you're already failing.
Dude, I have B's in my. I'm gonna have B average in my classes.
Wait, what's your blood type? Oh, B minus? Yeah, get out of here. You're a
Get the
failure.
fuck out of here. Dude, my clinic is the clinic I can go to. That like my fucking doctors and shit. They're all Asian.
Dog?
I'm scared. I don't want to take a blood test. I think I'm like.
If
I
you
don't
do,
know
they're
if
just
I'm.
gonna judge you.
I don't know
Don't
if
they
I'm.
grade you in Japan on your health
What?
test? Your health test.
I don't know, bro. You think I'm Japanese?
Okay.
I guess I don't know this.
Man's thought I was in Japan. What the hell? I'm American.
They're such a
Freedom, guns, women with no rights. Told you I'll do it, Isaac. Told you I'll do it.
Oh, Womanizer George is back, baby.
Let's go.
Better than ever.
Go.
You just thought we forgot, which we actually did until George reminded us again.
Yeah, I did, and I hate it because sometimes I don't have to remind you. One of you just fucking remember. 'Cause
Yeah, that was
I
my
say
favorite
something about women, and then you'd be like, he's a womanizer. And be like, no,
thing.
I was complimenting about
Yeah,
women.
you
No,
would say that, you womanizer.
He said that to get more women so then he can abuse them later. That's his tactic.
They give
You know
you
what?
letter grades.
I'm gonna have one of the most powerful women that I know as my profile picture now. Hold on. Let me change it.
It was goddamn weird.
Personally,
Bitch.
no, or like,
I'm gonna shove my fucking dick so far up your ass, Kevin.
I
Yeah.
don't know where
Yours-
that came from. That was
Alright.
the thing, I guess.
Oh, I changed it. Why didn't that change? Oh, that's why I didn't press save. There, I have a strong woman now.
it's Aqua.
I know.
Oh shit, this one had 7 pieces of chicken. Let's go. I paid for 10, they gave me 12. Let's go.
Judy is so excited about chicken.
I'm so hungry. This is my first meal of the day. This is my first meal since yesterday.
Man's
Jesus.
wearing a you know, I can't make the joke. Fuck.
I know how you
can't-
feel. My mom came home with a Pollo Loco, right? It had
Mhm.
fucking avocado in it, like a shit ton of avocado, right?
Eat
As
it.
you already know. Yes, I was hungry. I ate the entire fucking avocado. Like half of it was just pure avocado and tomatoes. Like the worst 2 things. I could have gone a fucking quesadilla and I got it. And I couldn't help it, man. I was too hungry. I hate the avocado.
Call yourself a beaner.
George, you can't even speak Spanish. Shut the fuck up.
And at least I know to fucking eat guacamole.
Yeah.
Oh
You
shit!
don't even speak Spanish.
What's
I'm
so
more
bad
of a
about
than you are.
guacamole? What's so bad about guacamole?
I don't need to eat a guacamole to be a beaner, George. You don't even speak
What's
Spanish.
what's so
you
bad
do.
about guacamole?
Are you stupid? Oh my
What's
God.
so bad about it? What makes it so fucking disgusting?
I just don't like it. That's it.
Why? Why?
I
Why?
don't need to. I need to explain to you.
You do need to explain what's so
No, I
bad
don't.
about it.
I
There's
think he's
nothing
just
wrong with
denying it so he can, fake that, he's not a beaner, Like he's trying to convince himself he's not. That's why he wants to try so many Asian cuisines,
Yeah.
It wants so bad to join our side.
Don't join the dark side. You get fucking.
Dude, you're pushing me
What
away.
do you
Fucking-
mean?
Oh my
We're
God.
not the dark side. We're tan at best, alright?
Yeah, you guys are
What are
darker
you
than
talking
us.
about, dude?
You know what? Don't join the Asian side. They got too many high expectations.
I'm not tired of this.
I tried talking to Isaac once, and he told me, "Well, how was your fucking grade on your test?" And I was like, "Well, it's A minus." I didn't get to talk
You
to him
failed.
for like 2 months. Smacked me in the face and then walked away.
Huh.
Over to the Asian side, we got bomb ass food.
Welcome to the Asian side. We got bomb ass food. Your tests? There should be A's.
Welcome to the Asian side. The pros are food. The downside is literally everything else. Welcome.
What's the biggest downside about being Asian?
You can't see shit.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Your parents always comparing you.
My
Yeah.
parents
They're
are
kidding.
regardless, dude.
They're kidding so
They
much
just,
better than
like-
you. Fuck you.
Yeah, they're just
I
like,
like how-
oh, well, my son did this, so he's better than your son.
I like how Chudy says you can't see shit, and he's wearing glasses, and Isaac is also prescribed the glasses. You fuckers can't see. My vision perfect. It's a solid, good one. Although my dick is average, it's not good. I
Me
can't
too.
even black. Let's go. I
I still
haven't
haven't
measured.
measured mine.
I still haven't measured. I don't plan to. I
Well,
might.
we know Ramses is now, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
told
did
you
tell
guys?
us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
talk
You
about
guys
this.
got like a fucking 2-inch dick. Oh man.
2 inch. What
Explains-
he told us he was in 1 centimeter. What are you talking about?
Oh, bro, he's
What the-
fucking lying to one of us then.
Man, bro, his camera angle when he showed you must have been very different.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. Anyways,
man.
anything going interesting in life?
Still found
Anything
yoga.
going on? Anything
No.
going on interesting? Anything going on in my life? Yes.
Our English is not my first language.
What is your first language?
You.
That's gay as shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm still failing yoga, so it's whatever though.
How are you failing yoga?
Don't worry about it.
Don't do the assignments,
It's
I
just,
guess.
it's just a couple of stretches.
I know, but I'm too lazy to record myself and take pictures of myself doing the poses. So I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
Every non-flexible person in yoga fails that class.
I'm
It'd
pretty
be
flexible.
funny as
If you're not flexible enough, you fail.
It'd be funny as shit if Chewy actually doesn't need to send photos or videos of him stretching. His teacher just wants it. I mean, you gotta
Teachers
get
just
that.
using that as an excuse.
Gotta get an A somehow.
Sometimes to get the A, you gotta give the D,
Yeah. Or the C.
What?
Oh fuck, Corona.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm Asian. I was born with it.
I was about to say, wait, I was thinking in my head. I don't think I can make that. Actually, how far can
You
I
gotta
go
wear
with
that
that?
old yee ass haircut and get some bitches on your dick. But yet, you
How-
stop fucking around with that brain surgeon voice you're fucking with.
Say it, say it, Isaac.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Fucking say it, Isaac.
No.
Say it. Get canceled on Twitter.
You know, I was actually given the N-word pass in middle school, but I still didn't say it.
You have. Is it? What was the expiration date on it?
Nothing. It was
Oh,
infinite.
It's still in good use.
Not in good use.
Can I have it then?
No.
what happened with the panda
Fine,
thing,
I'll
George?
just. Huh?
What happened with
bro,
Panda?
Panda was like, yeah, we don't want beaners here. Fuck off.
They
Actually?
denied you?
Yeah, they were like, here, I saw your grades, you fucking loser. You got all B's. Yeah,
We
they
haven't got a
denied me.
response, so we can only hope for the best.
Check your emails, big guy.
I checked it this morning.
Check again.
No.
Yeah, still haven't
Yes.
done nothing. So
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, nothing.
they're like, it's gonna be in 3 to 5
Yeah,
business
guys, I
days.
haven't gotten an email from Panda either. Man, this sucks.
Fucking loser. Imagine not getting an email.
Man, imagine
Imagine-
applying for a job.
Imagine not even making sure if you're fired or not. LMAO.
You just show up to work, he's the other employees are like, boss, why is he still here? You fired him like ages ago. Like, yeah, but we couldn't afford anyone on payroll, and I didn't bother telling him, so he just kind of works for free.
bro, if that
Just
actually
like-
did happen, you could sue them for so much money.
You
I know.
could. Mhm.
Our last job was filled with white rich people.
Not the
Don't worry,
workers.
it won't. No, yeah, I'm not gonna say what it was. It's not like it was a really white, rich area that was out in the fucking area of
And they played a sport
Really?
that involves a
Yeah.
lot of green and clubs and a ball.
and really white
called
old
cricket.
people. Why are so many old people into that sport?
Because it's technically easy to play.
Yeah, but,
Out of all the
Playing with-
sports, it's the easiest to play.
but I consider
You're not gonna
Jack
see some
Dawson's
like
sport
80-year-old balling it up on court.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm ready to see Barack Obama balling against fucking Michael
LeBron
Jordan.
James.
Yeah, LeBron James. I don't know. LeBron James is stuck in Space Jam. He's just stuck in there.
No, he left recently.
What? He
Yeah,
left recently? What are you talking
Yeah,
There's no leaving
because
Space
he
Jam.
beat the shit out of Don Cheadle.
Oh shit, Don Cheadle's in Space Jam?
Yeah,
What the
dude.
fuck is Don
I mean,
Cheadle in
Wait, didn't you
Space Jam?
watch it with
I
us?
mean,
What the hell?
Don Cheadle, he was fantastic in Hotel Rwanda. It was a very emotional and impactful, dramatic film
Don
of
Cheadle
real
becomes
serious
War
events that
Machine
I
and
think
decides
speak a lot about society. And he was just fantastic in that film. And he also did like some like Marvel movie. I don't really know.
Don Cheadle decides to put on a fucking iron suit and
Yeah,
decides,
something about
yes,
going
I'm
to
gonna be
war with
Space
machines.
Jam.
I don't know.
Why is Don Cheadle so bald?
He's not bald. He still has hair.
Nah,
You see the
man.
Kevin Hart interview where it was like, I'm 53. Damn. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
saw that one.
Have you seen that fucking like photo from Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg doing an interview with someone? And when it pans outwards, you see like Snoop Dogg's legs, but you don't see Kevin Hart's because he's so fucking short. Oh man, I feel bad for Kevin Hart.
Hey man, man's packing. He don't need no legs, bro. He's got a third one.
And is packing, dude. You see how
I don't
buff
know.
Kevin Hart is?
I don't know, man. Kevin Hart does get tossed around like a fucking used.
Yeah, but that's because he hangs around like the fucking Rock, dude. Of course he's gonna get tossed around like
I know.
a
I was
pebble.
gonna say he's gonna get.
I found this fucking video. Damn.
So yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean the way I said it. I love that.
You ever realize?
That's right. My diarrhea story.
I know.
I don't know why I want
You're
to tell
eating,
this.
Chudy. Gosh,
I know, dude.
Chudy. I plan on eating breakfast.
So there was this
morning,
time.
man.
No, I don't wake up early enough. There's this
I
time.
know I do though.
10th grade,
No,
either 10th or 11th.
why?
I wake up. You know how
10th or-
like you
this
wake
is
up.
recent. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
10th or 11th. This is recent.
Mhm.
Did you shit yourself or something?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Oh
So I wake
He
up.
did.
I wake up,
Man's-
right?
man's
And you know,
gonna
and you know how like you get a stomach ache, and it's the morning stomach ache, so you know that's never good.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't have the feeling where I needed to shit. I just had a really bad stomach ache, so I was like, okay, I can go to school with this. I go to school. First period is Spanish. I think we had a sub that day. And like, as soon as I sit down, my body was like, yeah, you gotta go, bro. But like, this has happened before, right? But like, I was able to hold it in for like after I held it in for after first period, right? I was good for the rest of the day, right? So I tried to hold it in, tried to hold it in, and then like 15 minutes left of class, my body was just like, yeah, you're not holding it in today, you're going. So I'm like, fuck. Like everything was bad. I was like leaning, like, you know, when you like have to shit, but you're trying to, so you're like, you know, like I was doing that.
No objective.
Essentially.
Survive.
Yeah. So then I was like,
15 minutes until
fuck.
mission's over.
So then I was like, fuck, all right, I just gotta go then. So I got up, asked the sub, like, hey, can you, you know, can I go use the restroom? I go use the restroom, I shit, everything's cool. I come back. 10 minutes later, my body's like, hey, guess what? There's more in you. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So now I'm like, shit. And I thought I could hold it in, right? But I couldn't. So I get up and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to call the fucking nurse. Or I'm not going to call the nurse. I'm going to go to the nurse and tell her that I have diarrhea and I want to go home. That was like a win-win situation, right? And I also had to go poo. So got up, asked the teacher, hey, could you write me a note to the nurse? I got a problem. I think, you know, I got to go home. I've got a really bad stomach ache. I don't know what's happening. She writes me the note.
Wait. You get to go home if you have diarrhea?
Yeah.
Dude, my teacher looked at me and said, sit your ass back down and go to the restroom.
So I got up.
Told me to suck it up or shit yourself. I was given no options.
Well, I mean, yeah, you didn't say like
Have you guys ever like
I
pissed
did
yourself?
say, I was like, yo, I really need to use. I have stomach problems. I gotta go.
Have
to
you
the
guys
bathroom.
ever
What
pissed
happened,
yourself or shit
George?
yourself? Like,
Fucking
due
teacher
to-
looked at me and was like, can't send you to the nurse, but I can let you go to the restroom. But if not, then sit down, please.
No,
I was
no.
like, I gotta go, man, please. He was like, you can go to the restroom, but that's about it.
Yeah. So then I get up, I grab my stuff, and I'm booking it to the restroom, right? And I wanted to go to the first floor bathroom, because, you know, it's like right next to the nurse. So like, you know, after I'm done, clean up. As I enter the door to the restroom, my body was just like, oh, you're here. And just let go. And I was like, fuck.
He shit himself.
So I go into the stall. I let the rest of it go out. And then like, I'm like, fuck me. So like I try to clean. So like I grabbed some extra toilet paper and I try to clean the inside of my, you know, my underwear. And then I was going to go put it back on. And I'm like, oh God. But I really didn't want to just, you know, have my ass cheek full of shit. So I stuffed. So like when I pulled out, I, you know, flushed it, and then I grabbed extra toilet paper, and then I shoved it into my pants, right, as like a cushion, and as a, you know, a layer between my ass and the shit. So then pulled that shit up. I went to the nurse and I was like, hey, I have diarrhea. I should go home. She's like, oh, well, I mean, it's not that bad, right? And I was like, and then eventually I was like, yeah, no, it was bad. I shit myself. And
It's
she's
that
like,
bad.
oh,
It's that bad.
she was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you probably don't want to go the rest of the day, you know, commando. I'm like, no, not with my shitty ass. And yeah, I'm good. And she was like, okay,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Okay.
You just
call
like,
your-
look, ma'am. You just like, look, ma'am. Unless you're gonna wipe my ass, I ain't going commando. I
So
need to go home.
I call my mom, and then they come pick me up, and then I just, you know, after first period, I never went, and then that was it. So that was my eventful day.
God, dude.
Could you
Very pog
imagine
day.
some kid who's just sitting in the toilet?
Oh,
One
dude.
of the
No,
stalls-
so like I'm in there, and then the
Come
bell
in.
rings, dude. The bell rings, and I'm just like, fuck.
I hate those
Fuck.
shit. When I'm taking a shit and the bell rings, like fuck.
And then like 10 million people just come in, and I'm just like, I have to sit there in silence so no one hears me, right? And like, you know, with diarrhea, sometimes just some farts just come out. So I'm just sitting there, and
It's
I'm just
wet,
like,
dude. It's wet.
I'm just holding it, and then everyone leaves, and I'm just like, thank God. And like, I'm petrified the whole time because I'm like, someone's gonna walk in and they're just gonna hear me fucking let loose. Thankfully, no one did, or at least someone did. But then like, I would always hold it, then they'd leave, and then I'd continue. But yeah,
Dude,
it was like the
taking
worst 5 minutes of my life, just waiting for people to leave so I can just do it.
Taking a shit at school is like playing a fucking horror game.
Yeah,
Because as soon as someone sees you in the restroom, it's like a whole fucking gang of monsters just pull up,
yeah,
ready to just fucking burst down the door and record you.
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I
Lift
took
your
the.
legs up.
That's why I took the
Just
middle
lift your
one.
legs up
Dude,
onto
if
the
you
stall
don't-
door.
Dude, if you
I'm
don't
not
lift
gonna
your
lie.
legs up fast enough and they see you, they just grab you by the ankles and pull you out.
I hate it when there's like a group of kids who like enter the restroom together. Like, hey, there's a guy shitting in here. I'm like, yes, I'm shitting.
Hey, yo, this guy's shitting in here.
I don't
Nah,
know people
bro,
find
nah,
people shitting in
please.
public restrooms so fascinating. Like, yes,
It's because they want to
I
see
am
the
human.
shit leave your anus. They want to fucking physically
Ah.
see it leave your anus.
I've never been that guy in the stall, but I've seen people be like, "Hey, yo, this guy's shitting here."
Yeah,
I'm just like,
even I felt
just
bad
like-
for them. I'm like, why?
I'm just like, wow, really, wow, good job. You can use
Good
your brain.
observation.
Congratulations, you can use like minimal
Pat on the
capacity
back,
of
you
your
know?
brain. Congratulations, you passed kindergarten at the very least.
I saw a parody video of
Very
this.
interesting. Good
this
job, Jimmy.
This kid used taking his shit during school, and this group of kids just walk in. They hear him just fart, and they break the fucking door down.
That's all he
In
did?
the eyes. The kid got scared, screaming. He was like, "Please, please leave me alone." As he ripped the door down, he was terrified. Why you don't shit at school, kids?
Yeah, I mean,
School
thankfully,
shits on you.
thankfully, no one was like, "Oh, look, this kid's shitting," or like, no one really cared.
Can we just eradicate
Maybe-
all kids off this planet?
Maybe it was because it was so early in the morning that people were just like, I can't be fucking bothered to do this, right?
Yeah,
if it was
but
like
at the
midday,
same-
people would be like, "Oh shit!" But like, yeah, it was
At
so
the same
early.
time, most of the kids probably think you're some stoner sitting in the restroom trying to,
Yeah, because I mean,
find-
technically,
find a way
I
to
think-
go through the day.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I think majority of our school was just very chill people who just normally just kept to themselves and just minded
well,
their
I
own
don't think
business.
nowadays.
Oh.
I definitely don't think so. If
I doubt
Yeah,
that.
if we
but,
if we were
back
seniors
when,
now, oh god, it'd be
but
terrible,
back when we were attending school, people
Yeah.
were usually like
Yeah.
very chill and
Yeah, people
like,
didn't care.
They're very respectful about
Yeah.
keeping to their own business.
exactly.
I mean, that's
you hear that,
true.
kids? Mind your damn business. Keep
That's
out
true,
of it.
but to a certain extent, there was
The video
one
is
group of kids that just didn't let me shit in peace.
Yeah, but that's one group compared to like now. If you tried to shit in the school, everyone would just be like, "Oh, he's shitting," you know?
Yeah, have you guys ever
Everyone
had?
would rush in. Teachers,
Okay,
students.
but here's the thing: have you ever tried to use the restroom? You're taking a nice little shit, you're wiping your little booty cheeks, making sure you're getting through the day. And then you hear the special ed kid walk in. It's the worst. Dude, they go
Why?
through every stall trying to find the perfect one, and it's usually the one you're in. And they will
Of course.
try to unlock the door just to look at you in the eyes. It's
I've
so
never
fucking
had that
terrifying.
experience.
Have you ever had someone open your stall if you forgot to lock it?
No,
Dude,
I
Remy
always
did
lock
that to
it.
me
No,
once.
'cause
Me
I
neither,
always
me neither.
liked it.
Dude, Remy did that to me once. I locked the door and I was like, "Ah, yes, let me take a shit, Remy." After
Have you guys
school
ever
as
had
well.
a
He
teacher like a really?
he lifts up the door and it just unlocks, and I can feel the fear just rising. I can feel a new shit coming out of my ass as I'm trying to lock the door from him. Remy's a fucking monster.
You just see the door
Yeah, yeah.
shaking. You're trying to hold it with your hands.
Yeah. I'm trying to
No,
multitask.
please
I'm trying to
stay out.
multitask from. I'm trying to
No.
multitask from saving my life.
You know
And
what you
also
should have done? You should
wiping
have
my
kicked
ass.
up your legs and then, you know.
No, what the? You sound like that. Oh my god.
You want to fight, bud? You know what? I'm trying to turn into a projectile cannon.
I'll pick you on the toilet. Come on, throw your hand. Throw
I'm
your
gonna
hands.
turn
I'll
into-
pick you on sitting right
I'm gonna
here.
turn
Throw your
into
hands, I'll throw
Bastion
my
from Overwatch.
shit.
Anyways, have you guys ever had a teacher, like a really mean teacher, who wouldn't let you use the restroom or any
No.
other kids use the restroom?
No, 'cause
I had
never-
one in like kindergarten or something, like the early grades, right, in elementary school. And this poor fucking kid, he had to use the restroom so goddamn bad, right? And he just shat himself He was crying. No, everyone felt
God.
bad. The kids knew the teacher did a noopsie.
Aw.
He was crying.
Teacher did him
He shut
dirty,
himself.
bro.
He had to
Oh
go
my God.
home. I felt horrible. That teacher, unfortunately, they didn't lose their job, but I feel like they should have.
5th grade we were having, because like, you know how like the school like things nowadays, it's like you can't technically have a party, so everyone just calls it like a cultural exchange or whatever.
What?
Yeah, so like you
Yeah.
technically you
Yeah, I
can't.
know that.
Yeah, schools technically aren't allowed to throw parties, so you have to like twist it. So like, you know, most of the main excuse is a cultural exchange where like you bring food from your culture, you know.
What fucking school did you go to? No,
I haven't heard about this personally.
school I went to was.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah,
it
you
happens.
throw a
It happened
party.
at King, and then it happened at Franklin Elementary,
Oh,
and then it definitely happened at Marshall. They definitely,
did it?
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I know.
Marshall
that
definitely
happened
wouldn't
at
allow you
King.
to throw parties.
Yeah, I know that happened at King,
I
but
know
I've never heard anyone
some-
called it a cultural
Some
exchange.
classes threw parties. I know about that.
Yeah, but it's always in silence, right? Like they wouldn't tell people.
Oh.
Yeah,
Makes
so-
sense. Hathaway was.
yeah.
Oh, there you are, Georgie.
So my thing in 5th grade was, you know, a cultural exchange. You know, because we're 5th graders, we're gonna, you know, graduate from elementary school. So, you know, one of the very like being a 5th grader was amazing because like towards the end of the year you did so many fun things. You know, like we had this day where like we would, you know, it was a hot day, and then we just like we'd be given cups, and then there'd be like buckets of water out everywhere, and we can just, you know, fill the cups and then throw water at each other. And that was like
That was like fun.
that was the whole day.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
remember.
was great.
I did that in
I also
preschool.
had that in my elementary school.
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessarily like cups, but I just think that they had like
Yeah, there were
water
water
balloons
guns as well. Yeah,
at the
and
very least. Yeah,
yeah.
water balloons and water guns.
I did that in preschool, but
Yeah.
I saw a bee, so I had to sit out because I was very scared of the bee.
imagine.
Bruh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the cultural exchange. I don't know whether it was because I ate too much food, but I had some flan. Is it flan? Flan?
Flan,
Flan.
I think.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I say flan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
Say it however you
flan.
wanted. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Well, it's pronounced. flan.
Although I
So
feel like
he
some
he
people
said
might
it
not
right.
like it if you say flan.
yeah.
But that's just me.
That's why I said
Just say
flan.
flank.
But I had some, right?
Flan, full
And then I
flan.
let it sit for a bit, but it wasn't sitting
it good?
right. It was good, but it
Yeah,
didn't sit
flan
right.
is really well.
And then I was like, oh fuck. Right. So I go tell the teacher, I'm like, hey, I gotta go use the restroom. I think something's gonna come up. Not down, come up. She was like, oh shit, yeah, okay. And then a few of my friends, like at that time, were also like, oh yeah, we also need to go. So I go to the restroom, and then they're just there to kill time, right? Just fuck all in the restroom. And I'm in the stall, and I'm just barfing up like my fucking stomach. I'm just like, you know, and I'm just like, oh. And then I walk out, and then I just see them chilling, and they're like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." Go to the sink, wash off my face, flush the thing, you know, and then I go back, and she's like, "You good?" Yeah. And then I kept eating.
I want the thumbnail of this video to be Don Cheadle, and the title to be "Prepare to Wipe." I want two different things for this fucking video, because holy shit.
You can do
It's a lot
that.
of
I'm too
shit
lazy. I'm too lazy to do that.
Nah, bro, please.
Let's just title this "School Horror Stories."
School horror stuff. You know what's an actual fucking horror story? In the elementary I had that I went to, you know, I went to the little basement area. There's a little basement area in the school that no one really talks about. I walk down and I see through the door that has like a little glass in it, some fucking figure just staring at me.
Lord.
Nah, I'm like
That was me.
Describe the figure.
Yeah, he looked like Isaac. I'm in
Wait,
third grade.
George, describe the
I'm in
figure.
third
Was it
grade.
humanoid?
It was like an
Carnal.
Osu player, average fucking Korean height,
What?
3'2".
Yeah, funny.
But I walk down there and I see it, and it's just this black figure, and it's just staring at me, and I'm scared as shitless because I'm like, what, 7 years old at the time, third grade. Ooh. I tell you what, I ran up the stairs. I think I fell, and I didn't care. I continued running.
I would do the same thing, man.
I
Um,
look. Oh,
There was this weird occurrence in my elementary school. There was like this weird purple like cloud passing by. I just saw it
God.
pass by like the fence. It's like this
Cloud?
weird purple like cloud, yeah.
oh yeah, there was
Where-
like
I swear to God, I thought I was hallucinating, but I would literally everybody else around me was like running towards the fence, and they were just like pointing at it. It was like, "What's that? What's that?" And it's just like, are we all hallucinating, or this is fucking real?
I mean,
Well,
a couple
did you
weeks
find out what it
ago,
was?
a couple of weeks ago, there was the orange sun, right? Like the sun was like, like full spooky season.
Yeah, but I don't mean like it was a cloud like way above in the sky. It was like a couple inches above the
I-
fence. It was like a couple feet off the ground. It wasn't that big. It was. I literally just saw it pass through, and then
Should have given
it's
it a
just
sniff.
like, it's like,
As
man,
in,
I'm
did it
going
have a
crazy,
purple
dude.
security suit on?
No, it
Walking
didn't.
out of Fazbear Pizzeria.
I fucking hate you so much.
I had to do it to him. I swear. I saw it.
Actually, going back to the statement I made earlier, I said everyone was chill in our grade of high school.
Yeah.
There was one guy I did not like, and I know for a fact he didn't like me. But it's
Name drop.
I'm not gonna name drop it because you guys already know him.
Type it in the chat.
All right,
He
describe.
Yeah,
was
type it
at
in the
our
chat.
he was at our table.
He was, you know, how fucking narrow down that goes.
I know a lot of people singing type. Oh.
I know a lot of people at that table.
Oh,
There was
wait.
Isaac,
Wait,
and
wait,
Isaac.
wait.
A
Oh,
couple of
I
Isaacs.
know for a fact he didn't like me. He was the most he acted like so chill with other people, but when it came to me, he acted like a total douchebag. And I don't know why. He just did it for no reason.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know
he
what
saw
you're
your
talking
height
about.
and he was like, "This man is intimidating. Holy
It was
shit!"
someone-
He was
Not true.
scared of these little.
That's
bro,
just not
I
true,
saw the
dude.
name and I was like, really?
That's just
Like,
not
he's
true,
really
dude.
Scared in those,
Like,
he was scared in those boy boots.
I thought you meant the other one. When I saw the name, I was like, really? What's wrong with this?
No.
No, not ours.
Yeah, and then I was like,
Not
oh,
the
no,
bear,
that
his
that
is
one.
nice.
Yeah.
George Chill.
What?
No worries.
Alan and me are good friends. All right, I give Alan a kiss. Give him a little hug. Tuck my homie in with the man.
Anyways,
Um.
next topic.
Don't you?
You said flan earlier, right?
Yeah.
Don't Japanese people consider flan
Bruh.
pudding?
I mean,
They're putting
technically,
this flan?
I
It
mean,
looks
like,
very similar.
it can. Yeah, you could technically classify it as pudding.
So what is Japanese pudding? Everyone seems to love it over there.
I don't know, dude. I've never been to Japan. I'm
I
not
mean, I don't
Japanese.
even know.
Like,
Why is
you
it
guys
always?
would know.
It always comes to these questions.
I
of,
thought you guys would
What
know.
is- what is this Japanese thing like? That is all in Japan.
Okay, George, you got it.
Like,
Dude, we
we've
watch anime
tried-
and read manga. We look at hentai. We don't
We've
study
tried-
Japan as a
we've-
culture.
we've tried the common stuff. You can't just expect us to be like, oh yeah, there's this like Japanese pudding. Have you tried it? It's like, yeah, I wondered, dude. Is that common
we
over
watch
here?
freaking anime. We don't know everything about Japan.
We have some knowledge, yes,
it's
but
an
that's because
anime.
we're preparing for our trip. Also, that cultural exchange was also the first time I tried escargot. So that was a fun
What?
time. Yeah.
I don't remember what I had.
I know. I,
I think
didn't hear
people
you.
just
That's
bought
why.
them like the regular.
Yeah, I tried escargot. Yeah, so
What's that?
What the fuck is that?
snail,
Oh, why did
Yeah.
you just say snail?
because that's what it's
Oh.
called.
That's
Nah,
what the
bro,
food is
That's
called.
what the dish is called.
You're adding that
You
motherfucking
could say
French
he
name
ate
to it.
snail, but it's not like the.
You
the
add
wooden-
in that fucking French name to it. I don't want that.
No, listen.
French cuisine.
If I say I ate snails, you're gonna think I ate it raw. If I say
No,
I
I'm gonna
ate
think you ate
escargot, they're gonna
fucking-
be like, oh, yeah.
What the fucking French guy's gonna be watching our podcast and be like, "Oh, he said that dish. That's my favorite."
I'm pretty sure I've told you this, guys, this before, but in kindergarten, my teacher brought in like snails, worms, and like slugs for us to like touch and examine. I don't know why she did that because nobody would want to do that. You're like a kindergartner. You're like 5 years old. You're not gonna want to touch this thing that has what can only be what is a giant length of whatever that is. No eyes, no mouth, no face, just wriggling towards you. Nobody's gonna want to touch that, man. It was alive. It was like squirming around. I was like, oh no, I'm not touching that.
You think that's bad? In second grade, my teacher was like, "Hey, you guys want to see something cool?" And sure. Pulls out his pet fucking
She brought a
tarantula.
gun and then
Bang bang, motherfucker.
I'm really taking the fucking gun.
She Anakin the fuck out of you guys.
Nah, bro, that's a daily occurrence to sing like gun in the school.
I don't know why, but like 5th grade was like the most was the best year in all my like school years.
It was, yeah.
Like,
Dude,
you
5th
know,
grade was so fucking depressing for me.
Who was it? The author of Diary of a Wimpy Kid came to our school, talked, and then he sold the I think the 8th book. He like came and then he sold the 8th book to us, and if we bought it, he would have signed it. What was it? You know the song "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
You got Michael
co-writers.
Jackson
No, that would have been bad.
Michael Jackson decided to take free trip to
one of the
school.
one of the co-writers. One of the co-writers of it, she came to our school and we performed "Man in the Mirror," and she like sat in the front row, and then like after our performance, she started crying. That was wholesome. And then there's this time that the school brought in like a portable aquarium, right? That just to our school.
What
and
school
then
did you go to?
Franklin Avenue Elementary. The one like you know how like when you walk
Dude, your
from
school was
Marshall.
balling, dude.
Yeah.
Your school was fucking rich as hell.
School was balling. What the?
But yeah, so like they brought a portable like aquarium, and then like you could put your hand in and you know touch the sea cucumbers, touch the sea slugs. There were sea urchins.
Gross,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I mean, of course you would hate that, but like when you were young, that was awesome, right? Like they just bring in these fish, and then they had like they even taught us about like a fish. There was like they had like an educational section where like you would go in and then they'd bring out like you know some like really cool.
Do you
fish.
remember anything from the educational section?
No.
Yeah.
All I remember is that they brought out some really cool fish, talked about them, and then like because like they were in a jar, and I was like, oh shit, they're in a jar, you know.
Why do sea cucumbers always look like fucking underwater fleshlights?
I mean, you know, be adventurous.
I would like to add, I'd like to tell a story. It's a complete opposite of wholesome, but in middle school, because you know how middle school kids are like fucking ruthless.
Sure.
They will not hold back in the slightest.
Sure.
I had friends who were in band and orchestra, and they got a new teacher.
Ooh.
They got a new teacher, and a couple days later, she quit. And I was told what happened because I wasn't taking like band or orchestra. I was taking computer, like a nerd.
And here you are.
and yet here I am. Yeah. And then they told me that they were the ones who made her quit.
Oh, imagine.
They literally bullied her so hard she cried in front of them, and then she quit.
Jesus Christ.
One of my friends got suspended, and he was forced to write an apology letter. So that was something. It was something at the very least.
I remember middle school. Okay, so in middle school, there were 2 electives that you could have had. That like you know how like you had one elective and then you switch with another teacher for the second semester. I don't know if you guys did that, but that's what happened in King.
No, I think I had that too.
Yeah. So one of them was like a animating class, and another one was like an actual film class. And
I didn't have those electives.
And in both of them, you had an opportunity to win advanced screenings, right? So like if you had good grades, you got put in a lottery, and you could have, you know, you had a chance to go to an advanced screening of a movie, right?
I remember this.
Yeah, so I was able to go to 3 of them, I believe.
Oh, lucky bitch.
Yeah. So the first one I went to was the Storks advanced screening, you know, that one movie. And at the end of the movie, because, you know, it's technically made for kids, right? They had like food trucks all over, and like it was all free, right? Food trucks all over, that was free. And then they had like a candy stand that you can like, you know, they give you little baggies and then you can fill them. Yeah, so we took advantage of that. And they also gave us like little goodies, like bags of goodies. So yeah, after the movie, we go in and then like get the candy bags, you know, fill them into the brim. And that, like after that trip, the teacher was like, "I can't believe you guys embarrassed me. You guys filled the candy to the brim." It's like, bro, we're fucking teenagers. We're preteens. You don't think we're gonna fill it to the brim? Who the fuck? Like, what?
What do you think we're mature? We're in
Dude,
middle
are
school.
you
Come on, man.
fucking stupid? Like, he scolded us
Yankee
for it,
with
and
no
then everyone
brim.
was just like, "Are you dumb?" Like, I don't know. It was the dumbest thing to scold us for. And then he was like, if they offer any more things, you guys aren't allowed to do whatever. It's like, dude, are you fucking stupid? Like, I don't. It's whatever. But yeah, that was one of the event screenings I went to. Another one I went to was the Power Rangers advanced screening. So we got to go in and then watch.
Is that where you got your poster from?
That's where I got the poster from. So that was pretty cool. Watched the movie, amazing, and then yeah. And then another one was, what was the Kubo and the something that
Yeah.
like
2 strings.
Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah. I have like a
Kubo.
I have a Kubo frisbee in my closet somewhere. I'm too lazy to find it, but yeah.
Nice, man.
Frisbee?
Oh, I also had a chance to try VR. So that was like back in like 2015, where like VR just barely became a thing. But my teacher got his hands on like an actual VR headset. So then he was like, "Oh, everyone's gonna get a chance at the VR." So I sat down, put on the thing. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I was turning around and looking at. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
That reminds me, I also went to I don't what'd you call an advanced screening? It was like the movie was like years from like coming out.
That would be an event screening. Yeah.
It was like an advanced screening.
Yeah.
When I was in like I don't remember when it was, but I think I was in like 5th grade, transitioning to 6th grade. Do you know the movie Monster Trucks? It's like a monster that lives in.
Oh yeah, the
like,
monster that like the alien came in and then he became the monster truck or whatever.
Yeah, that I saw that as a little kid, and then I like remember very vague details about the movie, but it was like it started off guy drilling into the earth. He was like, "Oh, we found something," and the alien. Introduced to witty protagonist goes into his like car repair barn thing, whatever. He finds the alien, befriends it, gets meets girl, falls in love with girl. Wacky hijinks ensues. Man who was originally found digging into the earth wants that alien now. Captured parents. Cars. A lot of men in green suits.
Oh, hold on. I zoned out for a fucking second. I come back into aliens, man digging up dirt,
and monster trucks.
and monster trucks.
And monster
and
trucks.
monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And then, at the end, they barely had any like CG in there, so it's just like telling us what would happen. So it's like, they go over here. The mom of the alien goes up onto the tower, and then she like does a thing, and then they defeat the bad guy. Happy ending. Also, the protagonist's mom was like married to some police guy. I don't remember anything about that. That was the point. But
Yeah.
it was very little. So it was a weird experience.
Yeah. Let's see, what's another thing I did in middle school?
Yeah, when we went on field trips in middle school, we couldn't afford buses, so we had to walk there.
Ugh.
I had some
Terrible.
I mean,
you can hold on. He can continue the Asian joke that all Asian parents say. Back in my day, I had to walk back 2 miles.
I think that's any parent.
That is every parent.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I had to walk across 2 mountains. Kiss
Oh,
about.
you know what I never
Yeah.
got tired of hearing in middle school?
What?
Shut up. I would
Oh.
hear shut up from my teachers so much. Especially my math and science teacher in 8th grade. God, it was so funny. Especially my math teacher, because he would go like super happy 1 second and then like next second instantly mad, like pouting, just like shut up. Hilarious, dude.
So I think I told you guys about the story of like of how Johnny got scolded by our theater teacher because he was like saying some cuss words, and then like as we're
What's
listening to him,
did you already tell us in the podcast?
yeah. So same teacher, she offered us, you know, she was like, oh yeah, we have tickets to go to what was that movie with the orphan girl?
X-Men First Class.
No, is the Hard Knock Life song Annie?
Annie?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Annie.
She had tickets
Annie
to
was
go.
like a different letter in it because the
Yeah.
character was not white.
Yeah. So she had tickets to go watch the like the musical for it. And
Why?
yeah, so she was like, tickets are gonna be like $60. So
It's not funny. It's not funny. No, I'm not
it's,
laughing. Shut up.
it's a first come first serve. It's first come first serve basis. So I buy the ticket, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, bring binoculars, right? Because it's like we're gonna sit kind of far away." So I brought binoculars. I was like, "Oh yeah, Dad. My teacher said to bring binoculars. Do we have binoculars? I don't know how. We have fucking binoculars." So he gives it to me, and I'm like, I pull them out, and they're like hefty binoculars. I'm like, "Holy shit! What the fuck?"
Everyone pulls out like the tiny like the glass like thing.
Yeah.
Just bring out like this huge ass
Yeah. So
Man
we go
pulls
into
out a
sit.
fucking pirate telescope.
We go into sit, and like I whip out the binoculars, and people were like, "Oh shit, I should have brought something to see." And I'm like, "Ha!" I just whip out the binoculars, and I'm just like this the whole fucking time. And people, they were like, "Man, I can't see shit." Right? I sat with my friend. He's like, "I can't see shit." I'm like, "You want to try it?" He's like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" You know, like I didn't even know we had fucking binoculars, but we did, and like it was the weirdest thing to ever happen.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the fact that now maybe like a kid is in the theater with his class and we're just like, oh, we should have brought binoculars. He's bring us a whole like night vision goggles.
Motherfuckers
essentially
saying,
what
like, Bravo
happened.
6 going down.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
it's hilarious. It's a good time.
All in all, I hated my middle school self, dude. I was such a shitty person in middle school.
I only relinquished the fact that I was very ignorant back then. A lot of dumb stuff I did back then.
Yeah.
I won't say it on podcast. I'll explain it like post podcast. But like, yeah, I did some.
I'm
very
never
dumb
gonna
things.
explain mine because I think I would die if I did. Recalling back those memories.
I don't mind too much because like the middle school days kind of made me who I am today. Right? Made me
Hey, they taught me to not be an ass.
and
Very
stupid,
least.
and at
And
least
stupid.
think somewhat about what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
All the stupid things.
Think
I'm gonna
before
do.
you do.
I mean, very minimally, I will think before I do, but sometimes on the
Think
really
before
stupid
you
stuff,
do.
I'll think.
I think that's actually caused me to like overthink a lot of things.
Yeah.
Think of like a lot of situations where it's just like
I don't just fucking
yeah,
Geronimo.
whatever.
Yeah, you know, I just go fuck it, Geronimo. What other things did I do in middle school? I mean, there's the one that like everyone went to, not everyone, but like most people went to is we all had a chance to go to the Warner Brothers studio.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, like the actual Warner Brothers studio, and they like let us in, and we did that
You
as
didn't
like
go,
a field trip. He wasn't there when
I
he
think-
was, you know.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
think my
supposed to
school
go,
also
right?
had that, but I don't think I went.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
was-
go.
It was a cool time. I don't remember much of it. I remember the picnic
see-
though, like the 8th grade
you see
picnic
any
that we
like
had to go
DC
to.
stuff?
Hmm.
Well, that,
DC?
or, like,
I don't remember, dude. I don't remember much about the thing besides the fact that there's a giant, I think, Bugs Bunny out in the front or whatever. And then I bought a bunch of Bean Boozled, and then I had my friends try it, and yeah.
it's hunting season.
Yeah. The
I do
8th
remember my school had like a thing. It was like you could take a trip to Washington,
right?
and then like it happened in like 7th grade where they handed it out, and then in 8th grade I befriended someone who actually went there, and then he had this like a switchblade, but it was like a comb.
Oh,
Yeah, He apparently got that in Washington D.C. So the good version.
I went to Washington, the state, accidentally. That was my first time in Washington.
How do you go there accidentally? What the
So,
fuck?
That reminded me of a video of this guy like messaging his girlfriend and like, I accidentally went to the wrong Indiana. Just tell me when to break up. No, I'm in fucking India.
oh yeah, it's like where are you?
It's a
I'm in
picture of a
India.
fucking behind him.
Yeah. He's like, just tell me you want to break up. Yeah, what was his name? Oh, dude, his thing is hilarious. His Instagram is hilarious.
I'd see him on TikTok from
Yeah,
time
he's
to time.
like he's
I'd be
like a
scrolling,
total
and it's just
Chad,
the
dude.
funniest
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It's so weird.
he's
It's so out of
hilarious.
pocket.
But yeah, so this was when.
It's so funny. He was like staying in India for like I think a month or something because that's how long or a week,
Yeah,
and he planned to stay out that long. And he was just like, "Well, there's nothing I can do."
yeah.
I think he nearly got killed by a fucking bull as well in one of his stories.
Oh my
He's-
god.
Yeah, that guy's like an absolute
He's
Chad.
eating in
He's
the wrong
hilarious.
spot. Yeah.
But yeah, so that trip was I was flying over to visit my older brother in Oregon. I don't remember when. Probably for winter, so like to spend Christmas with him. My nephew, 18 at the time, so he could legally drive, right? He came to pick me up rather than my brother, and both my nephews came to pick me up. So initially I got lost in the thing because I'm like, it's my first time flying alone. I landed and I'm like, it's a whole new airport, right? I have no idea where the fuck I'm supposed to go. The first time I went there, I got guided by like the flight attendants, right? And then they were like, all right, wait here. Your brother's gonna come and get you, etc., etc. I landed and I'm like, I have no idea where to go. So then eventually I just started following the people that were on the plane with me. I'm like, well, these guys should know where I'm supposed to go. So I'm following them and I'm like, I'm lost, right? I'm like looking around and I'm like, where the fuck I am?
Oh my god.
Motherfucker turned into a Home Alone.
Yeah,
scene.
essentially.
Judy just gets on the plane. He's just like, wait, this isn't where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's like already like in the seat, like at the window seat. He's just like has a seatbelt on. He's just like, hey, wait a minute.
Trudy gets on a plane September 9th, 2001.
God.
Oh my god.
What 9th? What the hell?
I know. I'm changing it because I don't want to get,
And that's what we call out of pocket.
But yeah, so then like 10 minutes later I finally exit out of like,
I have to pee.
so like that area where like you walk in and then family
I'm gonna
greets
go
you?
pee.
Yeah, have fun. Yeah.
No.
10 minutes
I'm not
later I
gonna
finally
do that,
found my way out there and I'm like, hey, look, I know them. Like I was texting him, he was
Oh, my
like,
people.
I was texting him, I was like, yeah, I'm lost. He's like, how do you get lost? I'm like, I don't know, this is my first time, bro. He's like, just keep walking. So I kept walking for 10 minutes straight, and then I finally found my way out. And I'm like, hey,
To be
I
fair,
found you
airports
guys.
are very confusing.
Yeah.
You two are the only fuckers who've actually been to an airport. I have not been to one.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a you problem.
First time,
That's just like,
like literally my first time going out of fucking state, out of California, will only be going to Japan/Korea. That is the first time I'm ever actually going to travel.
No, we might do the road trip across all of the U.S.
Before that, what the fuck?
I don't know.
no after.
Yeah.
That's for sure an
Can-
after thing.
Yeah.
Can we skip like going to Nebraska?
Is Nebraska
Man
There's just
stuck in
nothing to do in
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
the man really had to slip Nebraska in there as if we
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't
like, if there's a
notice.
state that's like boring, we can just like technically just travel through it rather than
That's
stopping
like
at
every other fucking
I mean,
state besides
we could still say that we have been there, at the
Yeah.
very
The-
least.
Yeah.
the only states that are actually eventful are L.A., Texas, and New York. Those are the only actual states people care about. Nebraska, on the other hand, is a state where you just
No, I'm
fucking
down if we
slipping
go
in,
to
huh?
like Louisiana. I'm down to watch like a baseball
What
game or some
the-
shit.
I'm only going to Louisiana for Popeye's chicken.
Um,
gotta
That
make sure
reminds
they're-
me, traveling. I went to Korea.
I want to go in Nevada.
When I was transitioning from like 9 to 10s, the summer in between, I went to visit my family in Korea. My phone broke
oof.
while I was in Korea. So, and that was like in the midway to my Korea trip. After Korea, I wasn't going home. I was going to Japan because my dad my dad had business work there, so he was like, "Hey, by the time you get here, I'll be done. So just vacation here for like half a month," and then just like, "Yeah, sure." And then I did not account for my phone breaking, but it broke, and I didn't have anything to use like on that trip.
That's hilarious.
And then my dad was like, "Yeah, I was gonna change my phone when we got back to America and like give you my old one anyway. So
Yeah.
just wait until I get back home." I was like, "All right."
It doesn't buy you a new phone. Just, here, take my old one.
Fun fact: that was my phone. That was how I got my phone before the phone that I have now. It's like the really old phone. Like it
Yeah.
was like the Note 5.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, that was how I got that phone.
I'm so close to like just coming to the realization that I don't really need social media that much at all besides
Oh, yeah,
Discord
not
for
at
the
all. Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
That I'm actually planning on just if I get a PC, I'm just fully planning on getting a flip phone. I'm deciding when I'm just gonna get a
Oh,
flip phone.
right. My fucking Washington story. I haven't finished that. So I finally leave, right? Get in the car, and then we're driving out of the airport, and we're gonna go onto the highway, right? But like the airport is like right next to the bridge that connects, Oregon to Washington, right? And we'd cross like a river or whatever. I don't know what river it was. But yeah, we would essentially cross that river, and then you'd be in Washington. I see the sign, and I'm like, shouldn't we go down this highway? And he's like, no, we got to go this way. And I'm like, okay, I'll trust you. Like, because like he's lived there for like his whole life, and I don't know shit. I
I don't think I like where this is going.
I was just like, we should go that way because like I remember the very few times that I've been here, this is the main highway we took to get home, right? He's like, no, we go this way, and I'm like, okay. And then as we're going, we're on the bridge, and he's like, oh yeah, fuck, we're crossing to Washington, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we were supposed to go the other way, and I was like,
no.
are you kidding? He's like, nah. So we had to cross all the way across the bridge, and then once we finished the bridge, we had to make a U-turn, cross all the way back, and then head all the way back to the airport, and then correctly go. We had to go the correct way, and I was like, I told you we had to go this way. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm correct.
Man,
7 out
that
of 10
sucks,
out
dude.
of yeah.
7 out of 10 out of.
I'm correct 7 out of 10 times. I mean, it's a good way to kill like an hour, but like, yeah,
I guess.
interesting first story to tell, for the first time in Washington. And then I actually properly went to Washington a second time because we crossed that bridge and then we went to like a beach and there were just jellyfish everywhere and we were like, whoa, I'm gonna get stung. Haha. I didn't get stung. But yeah, they were like, yeah, be careful on the beach. There's jellyfish everywhere. I'm like, what? So.
I heard that it's really easy to take a flight. Like if you're going somewhere for the first time, if you're gonna do it high because it makes everything less scary. If you're in a much more calm and relaxed mindset.
I just slept through like when I had to fly for the first time, I just slept the whole way through. Like it was like a 2-hour flight or something, like 2 to 4 hour flight, and I was just like,
after like 30 minutes max, you don't even realize it at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the second time I went through, I wasn't the window seat, which sucked, but like I had a family, right? It was like a mom and her daughter right next to me, like in the same aisle as me. Yeah, totally. But no. So I bought some manga. I bought the One Piece manga that's up there, the 3-in-1s, and I was just reading it.
Nice.
And and then they, the mom was like, "Hey, we've got to go use the restroom." So obviously I had to get up. They went. I sat back down and I'm just reading. And I don't know what's up with the daughter, but like when she came back, she tapped me on the shoulder and like she just gave me one of like the most smug faces that a kid can give you. Like they were like angry. Like it was like an angry smug face. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And so then I stood up and then she walks in and like I don't know what like I didn't do anything. I'm just reading, and she just looks so mad at me for some reason. And I'm just like what the fuck, dude? I don't like.
You just spoiled the beginning of One Piece for her.
she
You
was like,
spoiled whatever
man, I forgot to bring my manga on the plane. This guy's just reading in front of me. You're kidding me, man.
She
Yeah,
was she's like, I'm gonna wait until the fucking episode comes out. I can't wait until I get back home.
Wait until
watch.
episode 1 of One Piece to come out.
Yeah, bro, that shit hasn't come out yet. What the fuck, One Piece? Why you taking so damn long?
like it was just one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever heard. Because like I've literally done nothing, and she just looks so pissed, and like at me, and I'm just like, okay, you know.
Maybe she was just nervous.
I mean,
Maybe she wasn't
but,
aware of the face she was pulling, so she was just like, I really don't want to disturb this guy. So she was just had like that face of like, where you don't even realize you have like a face on,
Yeah.
and then you just like accidentally like think someone, you accidentally make someone think that they did something.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the most bizarre experiences. So now I've learned to always take the window seat if I'm traveling alone. If it's not a long flight. If I'm doing a long flight, I could not do a long flight by myself, because that's just one of the most awkward things, is that if the people next to you need to go pee or like get up to use the restroom or whatever, right? They have to tap you and be like, "Hey, yeah, we got to go use the restroom." Right?
It's even more awkward if you're like asleep and then they have to go use the restroom, but they don't want to wake you.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and I say that from the perspective of someone who had to go to the restroom and was stuck in the middle seat.
Oh no!
My sister was at the window seat. I was the middle seat. There was like an old Asian guy on like the aisle seat. He was asleep, so I was like, I really gotta use the restroom. So I like stood up on my chair and I kind of jumped over him. Yeah, I climbed over him. And the problem wasn't that. The problem was going back to my seat because he was still asleep. So I was like, mother, how am I going to do this? So then I was just like, whatever. And then I just like put my legs over his legs. And then I just like very stealthily like back to my seat. And he never woke up. It was great.
Yeah.
Worked at least.
Yeah.
I didn't disturb that old man's naps.
Yeah. I'm so ready to travel again, dude. I haven't gone in forever, but like I'm so ready. Yo, he's got a Rona, bro.
He did the Mario sneeze.
What? Nah, bro. I was like,
man, how is this guy's Mario? Forget Chris Pratt.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
Hey guys, it's me, Mario.
Hey guys, it's me, Chris Pratt. I'm gonna be playing Mario. I'm gonna be a good old plumber man, a live action.
That's Rogan is Donkey Kong. Be like,
what's
hey Mario, we gotta go save the princess.
Hey Mario, let's smoke this blunt real quick and watch the interview. Hey Mario, let's watch The Sausage Party, a good movie made by Seth Rogen. I swear it was a good movie. I didn't just make it all high. It turned out to be a shit fucking movie. God, Sausage Party is
I still haven't seen Sausage Party.
It's
I
a
don't
shit
care about that
fucking-
movie.
It's a shit fucking movie.
Do you all always like? Have you all ever had like a movie where like you could just watch over and over again and never be bored of it?
White Chicks?
Are we talking about like a,
no matter
a genuinely good movie? Or
no, like just any movie you can binge watch whenever and you would never get bored of it. No matter how many times in a row you watch it, how many days in a row you watch it, you can never be bored when you watch it. And whenever you're bored, you just
does such a movie exist?
So
it does for me.
I don't know what happened. Well,
For
like
me, yeah.
in the winter of like 2018, you know the movie Home with like the aliens and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah,
animated one.
Yeah. My nephew and I
fucking hated that, dude.
I don't know what it was, but like whenever we would be bored, we just pop that movie on and we just watch it, and we would never be bored of it. Like we were always entertained watching it, and like at the end of it, we're just like, well, fuck, what do we do now? Like we would always be bored and we just watch it. I don't know what it was, and we would never bored while watching it. We were never like, oh, let's skip this part, right? Because like you know how like when you know something's happening, you skip it. We never skipped. We every single time we watched it, we watched the whole thing through and through. It was the most bizarre thing. Like I don't think I could do it now, but like back then, it was just so weird.
For me, it's super weird because it's like two movies.
Mhm.
One is A Silent Voice, obviously, because that's my number one favorite movie of all time. The other one is Spider-Man 3. And the thing is, here's my reasoning, right? Here's my reasoning. Spider-Man 3, my dad had the DVD of Spider-Man 3. And as a kid, going through my dad's DVD, I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And I just see like Spider-Man 3. I'm just like, I want to watch this. And then I watched it and I was like, and I genuinely liked it. It wasn't like a, haha, this is so cringe. Like, this is funny. I was like, I love this movie with all of my heart.
Yo.
So then it was just like, as a kid, that was just ingrained to me. That was just like, this is a genuinely good movie for me that I can't even meme on it.
George,
So yeah, Spider-Man 3.
George.
George?
Okay, first one was it was the one thing I couldn't stop watching because of the fucking. When I watched it in the theaters, it made me sad. When I watched it again as a kid on TV, I loved it. Amazing. Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen. Holy shit. The part that made me sad was Optimus dying. Optimus is my favorite
Hey
character.
yo, spoiler. I'm kidding.
Bro, that forest fight was
Get
just
him out of here.
The forest fight was just so cool as a kid. And then just the part where he dies was like, nah, please.
Not
Please.
like this.
Not like
Not like this. Not like this.
Second one, it'd be the Friday the 13th horror movies.
Fair.
Except it wouldn't be like the more new. It would be the older ones.
Yeah.
The other ones
Jason
just
in
have-
New York. Let's go.
Not that one. Not really that one. I like it when he's at the camp. It's nice. It's what made me not want to go fucking camping, but at the same time go camping.
Y'all down to go camping one of these days? I know Kevin won't, but
I do. I've already said this.
what?
There's a lot of insects out there, man. You sure you can handle it?
I want to go camping in Japan, to be more specific. Or at least in the winter. In the winter, I can do it. No bugs.
Bro, they got fucking bears in Japan. Nah, bro, I'm good. I want to get
Yeah.
mauled by a fucking bear. I'm good.
Yeah.
I went camping with my family once.
Yeah, I went
Some sort of
camping.
animal showed up and ripped a hole in the top of the tent. When I
went
woke up, I
camping
was
with-
like super wet around my head. So
I was like
oh, it
camping
must
with
have.
Isaac once. I ripped a hole in the top of his tent. He came on his fucking head.
I went the first
was
time I
me,
ever
Fair enough. But just so
Go
you know,
ahead.
I was a minor, dude.
So was I.
and he
Oh,
still
was
is.
Let's go.
What do you
Yeah,
call it?
Get you next time.
The first time I went to Oregon to visit my brother, I was road tripping with a family friend that I didn't remember until like you guys know the story, but it was like yeah. So like I went to Disneyland with them as a kid, and they were the ones that like tortured me with the ghost pepper sauce. I wouldn't say tortured, but I subjected myself to
I
it.
thought it was your parents.
So yeah, so that was the family friend. They were like, "You remember us?" I was like, "No." It was like, "Oh yeah, we went to Disneyland with you, and we made you, eat the ghost pepper stuff." I was like, "Oh shit, it's you guys!" And then I felt,
you guys are the ones who made me suffer. Now I remember.
and then I felt 10 times safer after that. I was like, "Oh fuck, I have to road trip with these random people I don't know," and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh shit, I know you guys, yeah, I'm good." Yeah, so I road trip from with them from here all the way up to Oregon. It was a 16-hour drive. We left at 8 in the morning. We got there at 12. Stopped by San Francisco and we had some ramen. So very pod.
Nice.
But yeah, we got there, and then like the first time there, like immediately, they weren't home. They were camping. So we went to their place. We went to my brother's place. We stayed there for the night because it was fucking 12 in the morning. And then, the next morning we went out and met them at the camping grounds. And yeah, that was my first time ever camping. They wanted me to swim, and I was like, no, thank you. I would die.
Quick question. Did you survive the camping trip?
No, unfortunately,
No,
everyone
he's dead.
died.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so there were...
Well, I hope you get better soon, Chewy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks, man. It's terrible.
There were 3 families there. I haven't...
They all died? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
This is my family,
Yeah.
and then, my older brother's friend's family, and then another one of their friends' family, yeah. And
You left a big group, didn't you?
it was a big group. I mean, we held 2 camping sites, so it was
Holy shit.
yeah, and then we were like
Yeah,
right next to a lake as well,
safe.
so it was very,
That
very
makes
fun.
sense.
Yeah, I went swimming. I was like, I need a life vest or else I'm gonna die. They were like, here's a life vest. Like, I was gonna go in. They were like, oh, you should join them. I'm like, you have a life vest? Yeah, right here. I'm like, oh shit! All right, time to go. And then I didn't die, at least not by drowning. So
I want to add something to the movies question Trudy had.
sure.
Go on.
TV shows, cartoons you used to watch as a kid.
I
For
grew up.
me,
Oh yeah, you can go.
no, I insist.
You started the question. My
I
bad.
Yeah,
feel
but
like
you
George's
decided-
answer is going
you
to be
decided.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, it was Batman the Animated Series.
Okay, yeah.
Something I'm still watching today. It was so fucking good as a kid. It's like just see Batman.
It wasn't
be
good. I still
Batman.
watch it.
Justice
just
League
see-
Unlimited.
Oh,
That was my show.
okay, that's
Waking up
good.
every Saturday morning, dude. Shit was fun.
I also like
Also,
the
Sonic
fucking-
X.
What are you?
Gotta
fucking
go
third?
faster, dude. Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
You know, I don't think I want to be in this podcast anymore with this guy.
Mine was Dragon Ball. I was like, I don't remember, but like,
Like OG Dragon Ball or like
yeah, it was Dragon
Z?
Ball. It was a mix of like, Dragon Ball Z, and Kai. Because like I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
in Thailand, like one of my not my fondest memories, but like one of the very few memories I have of then was like I would turn on the TV, fucking Dragon Ball was on it, right, and I would just watch it, right, and then after we moved here, same shit happened. I had an old like TV. I used to share this room with my brother, and this used to be the gaming room. So like after school, whatever, we'd come hang out here, and it was essentially ours. I had an old TV back there. Turn it on, and then like 8 or 9 p.m. Dragon Ball would just show up, and then I'd just watch it. Obviously, at that time, I didn't know, but it would just pop on, and I would just watch it. Yeah, but yeah, I just grew up with Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z Kai specifically for me. I remember I specifically stopped watching like around Cell Saga.
Yeah,
So I was never like I never got attached to like the Boo, all the things that happened in the Boo
Yeah.
Saga. I couldn't care less. I was like, Cell Saga is where it ends for me. That's it. That's where my attachment ends. It just cuts
Kinda-
off there.
I kind of think that you've heard the Cell theme, right? The Perfect Cell theme.
probably. But
It's
I
been
don't-
so
yeah,
long.
I don't remember.
But I,
Yeah,
I
so-
don't remember.
If you re-listen to it, a lot of people kept talking about how fucking good it was, but I feel like it's a bit overrated. It was good as a kid, but
I
just
wouldn't
hearing-
know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember.
I know you'd have to take a listen to it after the podcast. But I feel like it's a little bit overrated.
Also, I just realized as a kid I was fucking stupid. All right.
How stupid!
So like, how like there are like RC cars that like are hooked up to the remote with a wire, and then that's how the RC car would get power, and those were always like $1, right? Because it's connected through a wire. I was so stupid that I always cut the wire, and we'd put a battery in, right? Put the battery into the thing, and then we'd just be like, why doesn't it work? And we bought like 5 of them, right? And we cut the wire. I would always cut the wire on all of them, and then it just would never work. And I would always just be so confused as to why it would never. I'm like, why does this not work? I don't get it. Like, Like, I don't know. I was so stupid as a kid. And like my parents didn't tell me otherwise either. Like they just were like, okay. Like they were like, are you sure? Are you sure you cut it? And I'm just like, yeah. And I cut it and then it wouldn't work. I'm like, why is it not working? What's going on? What the fuck? I mean, I didn't cuss, but like, yeah.
My brain is entering the fucking shadow realm. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that people think I'm smart. I mean, like nowadays, maybe, but like, yeah. I come from humble beginnings, man.
It's like that situation where you want to laugh, but at the same time you feel too bad to laugh.
Like it's a funny story to tell now because now I'm like, you know, I understand what's going on and shit. But like back then, like fucking hell, I can't believe how stupid I was.
Man, I was planning on giving you an RC car for your birthday. I'm not gonna give you one anymore.
Are you sure you?
Are you sure you cut it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, why would it be that RC cars aren't supposed to be, you know, connected?
You put it in front of your parents.
Yeah. And then it wouldn't work, and I'd just be so confused.
You're just like, why won't it work? And your parents are just staring at you, just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think they didn't want me to be like feel stupid, so they never said anything. Like, yeah, that was my thing.
Holy shit! I think I'm gonna die.
Dude, it would be for me with RC cars and stuff. If the batteries died, there was a wait to buy new batteries.
Yeah.
So it was just fucking pushing the RC car, or fucking running with it while you're holding it, and like bending over, fucking running shit. Oh, it was fun.
You just like hold the control in one hand, just like kicking it with one foot forward. It's like, wow, it worked.
Dude, have you ever? I don't think you guys have ever done this. You've ever made a ghetto kite?
No, I never flown.
No.
I've never flown kites. I never fly kites.
I had a Spider-Man kite, but I lost that.
You get a plastic bag. You get a shoelace, an old shoelace, and you tie it onto the plastic bag, and you make sure the plastic bag's open. You hold it from like a certain angle, and you start running until it's full with air, and then you just let it fly up.
Now here's the thing. One, you need shoelaces and or string. And my parents would not allow me to use like shoelaces. And one, we didn't have string. So I don't think there's a possible way for me to make something like that as a kid.
I tried to fly a kite once, and like we're stupid as kids, right? So like it wasn't a.
You just it wasn't. In the air.
No, it wasn't.
I've never cut the fucking antenna to an RC car, so I wouldn't call myself stupid as a kid.
It wasn't a rain or not a rain. It wasn't a windy day at all, right? So there was no wind on that day, right? There was no wind at all, right? Like it was the most California day you could imagine, no wind. But yet we tried to fly a kite, right? So like a friend brought a kite and then I'm holding it and they're like, yeah, so you just run super fast with it and then you try to get in the air. I'm like, okay. So I run and I'm like letting it go and then nothing happens. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, try throwing it at once you like go max speed. I'm like, I got you. So I'm fucking running and then I yeet it and then it doesn't fly and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I don't know. I guess it must be broken. I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't the shit I signed up for. I was ready to fly a kite, bro. Yeah, but there was no wind that day, so it would have been impossible to fly the kite. So looking back on it, there was no wind on that day. So
you've had the most dumbest situations in your life. Holy fuck! My brain was trying to. Dude, my fucking brain was trying to heal from the last one. Then you come up to me with this bullshit. Expect to know what to do with it.
I'm actually gonna die.
How do you fucking like a kite?
I told you I was a dumb kid, man. Like
This is why.
Yes,
This is
the
why you
kite
use
is
the ghetto one.
broken.
This is why you use the ghetto one. It fills up with air, so you don't have to fucking wait for the wind to pop. Oh, oh. I don't know if Isaac heard my wheeze. He loves hearing my wheeze. I don't think he heard it.
I did. I heard it, but I was too busy laughing at just the kite broke.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Fucking kite's brokey. It's taking a bail.
I mean, dude,
Yeah, it's just like the RC car. Do we need a controller for this?
You put the batteries in this shit. cuts the wire.
cuts the string. Hey, yo, it ain't working.
Yo, dog, why is it moving? Shit, brokey.
I don't know why I just have so many like good stories to tell. It's so weird.
Holy shit, I'm actually sweating, dude.
Because for some fucking reason, you were just an absolute mongrel as a kid. What the fuck? You have another story, Trudy?
No more. No.
Please, you
None,
need to tell Isaac more
none at the top of
legal
my
way.
head. Like you'd have to like give me some time because like.
Holy shit, I'm gonna
um,
fucking die.
I'm planning on it.
I mean, the
I'm
only
trying
other
to
thing
go
is like,
blindball.
you know that like weird dodgeball where like there were two people at the end and there's kids in the middle and then people would roll the giant ball and your whole thing is try to avoid the ball, right?
Yes, monkey in the middle,
I
right?
don't.
Is that
that's
monkey in the middle? I don't
I think it's
remember.
monkey in the middle.
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember. I thought I had to throw it over.
Yeah, you're supposed to throw it over and then the guy in the middle tries to catch it.
Yeah, we played another version of that where like they rolled it through the middle and then everyone had to try to avoid it.
That's very easy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually, once it got super fast, when there's like a group of 30 kids, it becomes difficult.
Oh.
Yeah, in the
You
middle.
just have
game.
like kids slamming into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever played extreme dodgeball? And I don't mean like with a regular soft fucking dodgeball. I mean with a fucking flattened, not air full basketball. And you're playing with your family, your neighbors.
Yes, I have played with a basketball.
I have not. No.
And it's so fucking dangerous because
It is very dangerous.
It'd be my older brother and my older sister on like both ends of the side, and they'd just be fucking ready to ram us with the fucking ball.
You're just like, hey, please go easy on us this time. It's like, yeah, sure.
The worst part is that my brother can somehow make a throw where you think it's curving, but no, it's like a fucking homing missile. It just locks onto you and just sees you. Well, let me make this quick turn.
It's like an anime move right there.
I
The
know.
hell?
It was so fucking scary. Well, he used to play baseball, so he knows how to throw like curveballs and stuff. But holy shit, is it so much more scary with a fucking basketball because it's going at you like 20 to 30 miles per hour. And you're a little child. Gotta get hit in the fucking chest and the head. Boom, you're dead. You're just out. You're knocked out cold. No funeral. Your head's gone.
Dude, the fucking line where you said like the little kid gets hit in the chest just reminded me of a video of like a pastor just like telling a story about like how this kid was like unfaithful and he was just like, and I hit him in the chest and he crumpled. That kid crumpled.
And give him a little tap on the chest. That kid just turned into ash.
And then he was like, yeah, and I just crumpled that kid.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's such a good video.
Pastor, please, my son is unfaithful. Oh, here, let me give him a little crumple technique. It always solves these problems. Just a little
It's
tap
so
on the
funny.
man was going for the factory reset button. Turn that kid back into a normal
We should turn my
Holy
stories into skits, dude. I feel like they'd be hilarious.
I want to animate this. Can someone animate this?
I don't know
Someone
if that'll
animate
be.
this. I'll give you $1.
I don't
I'll give you
think it'll
one
be,
crisp $1.
We need to get more traction.
Yeah. It won't be
And then
long.
it'll get animated. This story is fucking hilarious.
I can't wait to see one day someone draw a child version of Chew. Just cutting the fucking antennas with RC car.
Is the kite broken?
Yo, this shit brokey. That shit don't want to work.
Man, what's the string for at the back?
I want the animation to have Chudy like thinking about cutting the string. And his head.
I want the animation to
He's
just
like
have
really
like.
thinking about this.
And I just want to have like an animation where it's just Chudy's head. But you know, like the South Park characters, like the Canadians in South
Yeah.
Park, where like the top of their head just moves. I want Chudy's head like that, just on like a child body. It's like on a drawn body. I think it'd be hilarious.
I want them to draw Isaac the exact same height.
That would be fun.
Do I have any other stories? I can't. I genuinely can't come up with any.
I think we've peaked, dude. I think that's it for the episode.
I wonder how they would draw me because I barely have my camera on a certain podcast.
They just
It's
draw you as a
usually-
hamburger.
And you should fuck a hamburger with a crown. Good old hamburger. Dude, fucking hamburger me being shot in the face with a fucking basketball as a kid.
All right. Well, that could be it for that. Will be it. We've been recording for a minute 36.
A minute? We've
30.
been recording for a minute?
Yes,
No,
sir.
that's not long
Thank you
enough.
all for tuning into this episode of the DaWeebs Podcast, episode 30. We will see you all in the next
Oh,
one.
wait. It's episode 30? I thought it was episode, 1.
Deuces.